We are on Purple Rain's channel.
Okay.
Everybody will be popping in, and we good. We good.
I know, but y'all know how I am about.
We this all gonna be solved by April. You get here, this will all be solved by April.
I know that's right.
Mm. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another marvelous Monday on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. We are so excited to have all of you with us tonight. Don't worry, she'll pop in and out. She'll be back. We'll get her.
She'll be back, definitely.
She'll be back. We've got a hello, ladies, and a hello, Master Raw. Okay.
Yes.
I'm getting her. Here we go.
Okay.
So we're
There you go.
when you're live, things happen. So everybody knows this is a live broadcast, so shit happens. I'm here in Cleveland. I'm sure y'all just heard my heat shut off. It's about 30 some below zero, it feels like at right now, but it's like 30, 33, 32, 33.
And
right
I'm in Los Angeles, and we're in like 55 degrees right now. So I know y'all be thinking it never rains, but it is raining right now.
We don't care.
In California. Mm.
We don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care. We had snow. Shut up. Okay.
We did. We had snow during All-Star Weekend.
I'm not taking away from nobody else's experience.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because we should have had what you had, so I could have been in Indianapolis. But of course, it had snow.
Ma'am, we had snow, and I had to go be cute during All-Star in snow.
I had to be snowed. I couldn't even get
there.
Were
you a snow bunny?
No.
Oh.
I couldn't get to Indy because it was coming right down 70 to swooped on up came up to Cleveland. So yeah, my family was like, no.
She's like, I give zero.
My family was like, don't even try it. Got to give a shout out to my girl, Team Crush. I'm wearing Team Crush tonight.
Team Crush. That's my baby.
Team Crush. Yes.
Hope you guys
Team Crush.
I got. I'm sure I'm doing it some justice at some point here. So, I love my shirt. I wear my shirt all the time.
Crush, I need a shirt. I need a shirt to represent for you, baby girl. Just so you know.
I love my shirt.
I need a medium with a croc top with all of that on it, all up here.
I love it. I'm here for it.
He said, "I need a medium.
I need a medium.
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 Medium. Mm-hmm. Somebody said I stayed home. Too many people, and it was too cold.
That part.
Please stay home and be safe.
So who are you? So we know who we're talking to, because I really need to. I need context because I want to laugh, but I also want to cry. But let me know what I'm doing.
It's probably somebody on my page from Indy.
Somebody from Indy. Yeah, but congratulations to Indianapolis for putting on a great.
Oh, it's Jay.
And
okay, Jalen, then I'm empathizing with you. I got you.
Everybody in Indianapolis, I saw a lot of pictures of my friends posting, and
hey, Heart, hey,
Heart, hello, delicious Heart.
Some of the wonderful posts, and everybody had a good time. It looks like the NBA, of course, showed out. They were here in Cleveland last year, so I really wanted to go and drive, but I hear it was kind of cray, especially with the snow. So. But shout out to my other hometown, Indianapolis, Indiana. Naptown did the damn thing this weekend and hosted the NBA All-Star Game. And did you see that female almost beat Steve Curry? Did y'all see that? The 3 points? Did you see that? That girl was... She was great. She's great.
Fire. She fire.
She was great.
Yeah, they be underestimating the power of the woman.
Yes, thank you. And I agree with Shaq 130 million%. He said a lot of people are wondering why people do not support the WNBA, and we need to support the WNBA, is because the rims are still just as high as the men's. And Shaq said the simple solution is lower the damn rims. Because women are not necessarily quite as tall as. If you brought the rims down like You know what? 2, 3 inches, 4 inches down.
But we've also been seeing that there have been women that can rise to the occasion. So if you need
They
an extension
can,
of, but hold on, wait. If
no,
you
let me
need
finish.
if you need an extension of your manhood, then don't put that on nobody else.
No, that's
And
not
I'm
what
gonna
he's
shut up.
saying. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is the WNBA does not draw the crowds that the NBA draws. And these women are gifted and talented, and nobody has figured out what the issue is. And one of the exciting things about basketball
It's getting that
the
ball.
dunk.
is the dunk and being able to dunk. The simple solution is they made
Lower the rim so the girls can dunk.
so the girls can dunk, because the girls can dunk. But if you are only 5'1" and the basket is 6'8", you're not going to be able to dunk.
The problem is this: in college and in high school, the rims are lowered, so you have all these girls dunking their asses off, and then they get to the WNBA and it stops. Then they wonder, and because of that, because of the dunking stopping, because they can't reach the rim anymore, they now are more aggressive. Them women play harder than most of the men. They come away injured and all of that.
I'm going to completely agree with you and say that there is nothing that a man. Well, I'm not. Okay, there are things that a man can do that a woman cannot. And I will say that there are also things that a man can do that a woman cannot. And we're not going to sit here and say that one is greater than or less than because of that. What we are going to do is recognize what the fuck people can do. And that's what I'm saying. I'm going to recognize that the fact that these women can do what the fuck that they do, regardless of whether you can see it or not, from your perspective, based on what your perspective is.
They're not
the goddesses, but what I'm saying is that the goddesses that do what they do what they do. The gods that do what they do what they can do. We ain't gotta have no competition on this shit. We really don't.
No. They're not talking about competition. We're talking about money. We're talking about women in the WNBA being able not to have to go through what Miss Griner had to go through, not having the women go over and play in European or in other countries as soon as the season is over, because they don't generate the same amount of revenue and income as the males do. Granted,
I'll take that.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to come up with solutions.
I have a solution.
Wait a minute.
What's your solution, Master?
Wait a minute. Hold on to that. You will be recognized in just a second. They're trying to come up with ways, and one of the ways that probably would have worked, and one of the ways that I think it will work as it comes about, is these NBA daughters that are coming up and playing basketball now. And Kobe's daughter, probably Gianna, would have been
the first one.
The first ones to start drawing more attention, more money. Kobe was putting money into the WNBA. A lot of the NBA players are putting money into the WNBA. A lot of people don't know that, but they are. They're the ones that are backing these women. But what he was trying to say is, if all we need as fans is to start to see people be able to do an alley-oop to another woman and she dunks it, lower the damn basket. Do what they do in college, lower the damn basket. Give them an even playing field so that they can too make the money. That's what I'm talking about, the revenue. Can make the money.
I'm in agreement.
And the teams won't be folding because they're not generating the amount of money. Because remember, a lot of these ladies are still playing in the same arena as the men. And the men are packing the arena, and the ladies, unfortunately, are not, because it may not be as exciting to some of the fans. Now, Master Ross, sorry.
Well, I know what'll make me excited. They could do a co-ed team and bring back the old basketball shorts that they used to wear, and let the women and the men wear the little small who has short shorts, and let them play in the who has short shorts. No spandex shorts allowed. Bring it back to the booty cutter shorts. Or
You know what, Master Rob?
I am here for every last bit of it. I am here. I am here. I am
another
here.
game. They can have an after hours game, and it's only for the fetish people. And it's naked basketball.
Hey,
I'm here for it.
I don't want to play. I don't want to watch naked basketball.
I don't want to see my boobs flopping down the court.
No, but I want to see somebody else's though.
No, mine aren't perky.
No, you want to know something? I watched that thong basketball and I don't like it.
You don't like it?
If I'm honest,
I don't like it.
So
I've watched those girls play. I've watched those girls play in bra tops and thongs with they booty with the painted jerseys. I don't like it.
Wait. The lingerie. Wait. The ladies.
The basketball and the thongs and stuff.
No, the football.
I don't like them either.
I absolutely love it.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. Those are people who participate in that. I want NBA players who have signed up to do the naked basketball play.
Oh Lord, you want to see NBA players?
Let's go. I'm not mad.
I get you now. I see your logic.
I understood from the beginning, Master Raw. I got it.
In order for you to even get a ticket to come to the game, you don't get what I'm saying. I'm trying to take this back to where leather used to be underground. I'm trying to do whole underground basketball thing. You got to be in order for you to even even be sponsored to get a ticket to come to the game.
I got you. We here. Okay.
Let's bring Dennis Rodman back. Yes.
Oh yes, that would be nice.
Basketball. All I want to see is what color she gonna have on. I don't want to care about his brand.
Yes, we have completely gone all off topic. I know.
We ain't even got to the topic, but I can't stand him right now. Okay.
We are loving this though. We are loving it. We can't stand you, but we love it.
He's going to the corner for 5 seconds. Go on over there.
This is why he's my big brother.
I came in here like I'm about to be with Master Ra. I just want to be completely transparent, vulnerable. I want to know everything. Hey, I'm here for all the shits and giggles and the shenanigans.
Let's get it. Let's
shenanigans. Can we again? Can we shenanigans?
Yes. And again.
We can shenanigans later on.
We want to
shenanigans later on.
Where's Pudding Pop? Oh, look at it. Can you see it?
Serene, you ready?
Pop, I love you, Pudding Pop.
Hi, my Bookie.
I love you, Pudding Pop.
I'm
I don't
rapping.
have a shirt yet, but when I get a shirt, I'm gonna do this.
I'm rapping.
I want me a shirt. Yes.
No, none of y'all get this was my birthday present. Shut the hell up now.
Oh, mine comes in fuchsia.
We miss you too. We miss you too, Crush.
Blue. How about that?
Hey, I just want you to know, I saw somebody with some henna and I almost cried. I did.
I can't think of. I cannot see henna and not think of Pudding Pop. That's
let us get this show on the road.
Let's go.
I gotta drive some more tonight, y'all. So I got an event to pay for. So here we go, y'all.
Here we go.
Welcome, everybody. I'm tired. I am so tired, but I am excited to have with us tonight. We have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful special guest in the house. He has been, if you've missed any of our shows, go back and look because he's been in here with us, with the conversations and all the wonderfulness. But tonight, this show, the lead is Ms. Purple Rain. It is not myself. So I am going to allow her to do the rest of the introduction of our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful special guest tonight and our topic for the evening as well. So, Ms. Purple Rain, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. Okay, so as you guys know, I have been on this deep dive in my BDSM journey lately about everything all encompassing being a kinkster, being a part of the BDSM community and things of that nature. And I've been learning a lot. Part of the things that I've been learning here since October have come from this fine young man above me, Master Eli Ra. When I tell you he is a leader and a pillar in our BDSM community. He is an educator. He is he stands on prick. He stands on holding people accountable. And he stands
What is
on
prick?
love and light.
I want people to know what prick means.
We're gonna get to that. And he stands on love and light. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you guys a man who it should be known by everyone in our community, Master Eli Ra.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
First of all, I want to give praises to you, wonderful Black queens who are holding it down and making sure that people are educated and empowered in all that y'all do. I've been watching you and following you, so it's an honor for me to be here. I've been watching and going, I wonder when I'm gonna get on there. I wonder when and now I'm here and I'm just like so excited. So I was asked, and I'm humbled. I'm still humbled by just the fact that I finally got here. But I was told to touch on some subjects that weren't like really clear, and I've talked on consent, and I've talked on the history of leather, and I've taught about different kinks. I'm really into, if anybody knows me, I'm really into impact. And in order for you to, I think for you to administrate impact to, especially with other people of color, because we've been traumatized, you have to be able to talk about it. You have to be able to communicate about it. You have to be able to allow the person to be comfortable about it. A lot of times what I've noticed in my journey is that when I want to administrate impact play with people of non-color, it's almost like they're a glutton for punishment. However, when I want to play with people of color, my own people, it's an art to it. It's an art of making them feel comfortable. It's an art to making them, not making them, but allowing them the opportunity to trust you. We talk about chasing consent, and we talk about consent. But what I've noticed in my journey is that it's not difficult, but it's more of a task to play with people who their consent has been violated in the present, in the past, through history, through time, which also causes us to have trauma. So whenever I'm trying to play with someone of color, I'm facing having to deal with the past trauma, whether it's trauma that they themselves have dealt with, or trauma that our ancestors have dealt with, and media has constructed for them to have in their head. So I think that a lot of times people don't understand, as a person of color, when we come into BDSM, why is it difficult for us? And that's some of the things that I want to talk about today when it comes to learning about what leather is and what leather is for me, because we are all individuals and we all look at things from a different perspective. So what I'm here to do today is share my perspective in hopes that it will give some clarity for those who are struggling with understanding where they stand in leather, where they stand in, because there's different umbrellas, where they stand in their kink, where they stand in their fetish, where they stand in their lifestyle, where they stand in BDSM, because the BDSM part is what we have in common. So let me just break down, if I could just take a moment. I've been on your show a couple of times, and y'all have broken down what BDSM is. And when you break it down, besides someone figuring out if they are a sadist or they're a masochist or they're a sadomasochist, Once you finish breaking that part down, you know, people ask the part about bondage. When people talk about bondage, they automatically think about being tied up or being chained up or being mummified. But the bondage actually comes from here. Because I can bond you mentally. Okay? And I might trigger some people. A lot of Black people are still bonded to what the Jim Crow law mentally. And it's still happening today. So the bondage, when we talk
So
about,
is it like a European? So is I'm sorry, I'm sorry, not trying to interrupt, but is it like a European, like for somebody to understand the European sense of bondage, if that makes sense?
right, the European part about bondage went into slavery, right? But when I talk about bondage when it comes to BDSM, I'm talking about having, whenever you hear someone say that I'm in headspace, that is whether you put yourself in headspace when you're doing a scene, you're bonding yourself to that scene. If you're surrendering to someone and you're in headspace as a submissive, that is a type of bondage. Okay? So that's the B. The D is discipline. Before I can have discipline of anyone who surrendered their entitlement to me, I have to have discipline to myself. And so what Rain spoke about earlier, being aware, you know, practicing prick, practicing rack, you have to be aware of everybody is have the same, everybody has to be on the same page when it comes to practicing BDSM.
Okay, so really quick, before we go there, because you just said two things. You just said prick and rack.
Okay.
And we've had this conversation before, but not everybody that was in this show knows that. Can you please tell us what prick and rack is, please? Thank you.
What I do is I practice rack, and rack, the RACK, risk aware. You have to be aware. Okay, you have to be aware of the risk that's involved, right? Risk aware. C, you're consensual. Both of you are consenting to whatever is happening. Okay, RACK, kink. So one, you need to know what your kinks are. I need to know what my kinks are. You need to be aware of whatever kink that we're going to be practicing. If I practice fire, if you come to me and you say, "Hey, Master Eli, I've seen you do fire play. Can you do that on me?" I'm going to tell you that I practice rack, meaning I need you to know everything that it is that you're getting ready to lay on the table and allow me to do to you. I don't want you to not be aware that I can burn you and kill your ass. I need you to know that if I put this fire close to your hair, you're gonna look like Michael Jackson. I need you to know.
Get away
from him. Right. I'm gonna need you to know that. I'm gonna need you to know all of the risk that is involved before you give me your consent to lay on my table. I need you to know all of those things. And it's not my job to make you aware. When you ask me, I need to know before you give me your consent. I need to know, are you aware of the risk that's involved? Are you consensual to what is happening that's getting ready to happen? Are you giving me your consent, knowing the risk that's involved? And then once we negotiate it. All we're doing is negotiating to say that you are aware. Now, what happens in our community a lot of times is because people are doing pickup play. Pickup play is when we actually are, I've just met you for the first time, or I met you at the event and you want to play with me and I agree to play with you. That's pickup play. A lot of times people are asked, before they ask you to play with them, they'll be like, "Do you have a lot of people on your play card?" or your dance card. When people used to go to ballroom dancing, if I'm already chosen to dance with someone, they'll have a
Thank you, Mistress Lee.
they'll have a dance card, and so that'll let you know what who you're playing with next. So they want to know your availability. That's what asking your dance card. That's what's asking, are you available to play? That's pickup play. A lot of people who have been playing in the community for a long time choose not to do pickup play. A lot of times, pickup play, turning down pickup play, can come across as arrogant. Yes, because some people, this I can only speak from my experiences. A lot of times, people see you play, and if you do things eccentrically, if you do things that's more showy, um, it grabs the attention. So now when you talk about predators, you also have predatorial bottoms that's looking for attention. So when they come to these spaces, they look for people who are getting the attention, and then they begging them to play with them, and they don't give a fuck about what you do to them as long as they're on your table and they're getting attention while that you're on their table. So as a D type, you have to be careful. You can't let you keep. I can't speak to other people. I can't let my ego get past who I am and my integrity.
Exactly.
So therefore, a lot of times I do turn down people who ask me in that space to play with them. Because I already know I bring the razzle dazzle when I come.
You do.
So
And
if you haven't negotiated to play early on, 9 times out of 10, and I'm not aware that you know the risk that's involved. I won't play with you unless I bring you there or we have negotiated to play before we even get to the scene or get
Yeah.
to the space.
And that's kind of one of the things I was going to also piggyback off of is what I'm going through here in here in Cleveland. And one of the things that I'm noticing is that we have a lot of subs. There's a lot of nowadays. There's a lot of subs and slaves that don't have protocol, that don't know protocol, and don't know honestly anything about anything about this lifestyle. They know what they've seen on Hollyweird, but
Weird.
And that's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do.
so they know that part, but they do not know the reality of what they have no clue of the reality that they're stepping into. So I find myself more nowadays more reluctant to pick up a sub or slave, mostly slaves. That's what I deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Use the foot rub slave
they,
right about now.
they can't get past my vetting process, which is I don't say much. I want to hear what they're saying to me. I'm going to be quiet. I want to listen. I want to understand. I want to see what their knowledge is, what they're looking for. And I'm finding that the slaves are. I know that Lorenzo and I we talk about the Amazon doms. Well, now we need to talk about the Amazon slaves and subs,
Yes.
because there's just an abundance of
Yes.
them running around uneducated.
Yes.
And really quick, coming from the idea of that not necessarily the Amazon slave submissives or whatever, because I'm definitely a dominant, but I am now able to say I'm a switch. I'm more towards the dominant than I am the submissive, and I can admit that shit. It is what it is. But those people that are trying to understand that standpoint of it, you have an idea in your head of what it's supposed to be based off of what you've seen from people who have no education. They're not doing it. The whole sole purpose of what they do is about making you fear what you're learning, what you're looking to learn. So
Right.
from my perspective is I understand the people who've always told me, you don't want to know that it's this, it's that, it's whatever, it's the devil, it's the bad part, it is whatever. Understanding now, when I like you were you're my mentor in JewCee. I've always said that the person that had brought me into this to get me to understand, so that I understand it for what I wanted, was Miss JewCee. Hearing, talking to you over the last few months, how we've been talking to you through this show, honestly, I will say I honor you. Thank you so much for all your wisdom that you impart to everyone on this planet, whomever you come in contact with. I honor that. What I'm saying to those of us that are trying to learn, we think we have an idea and we don't. We have no fucking idea. Listen, pay attention to the ones that you're asking the questions to, and understand that the idea that you think you have, you really don't have. So what I'm saying is thank you both, to all three of you, the goddesses and the God that is here on this. Thank you all for the education that is happening. And for those of you all that are on the, well, I'm in between, in that I'm the churchy person, but I'm questioning some shit. The I'm not churchy, but I have some questions, but I'm still afraid. To the ones that are on mine, where you know what it is, balls to the walls. I want to know every fucking thing. Leave space. Leave space. And don't think, and do know you don't know everything. That's it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So I want to get back to our topic. Our topic is about what is leather. I've had
Yes,
the
definitely.
opportunity. I've had the opportunity, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the word. I have the privilege to have not only just stay in my space, but to have other spaces allow me to enter their spaces. And when I say that, I'm talking about the the I'm talking about the um, trans spaces, or pansexual spaces that have allowed me in. I'm talking about the swinger spaces that have allowed me in. I'm talking about the lifestyler spaces that have allowed me in. I'm talking about the kink and the fetish spaces that have allowed me in, and of course, my leather spaces that have groomed me enough to not only allow me in, but allow me to educate others on what is leather and how we navigate in our spaces. So, doing my journey, my leather journey, I've gone to these different spaces, and I've just like anybody, I've questioned, I've respected those spaces, because those all of the spaces navigate differently. I hear you all come on here and you talk about your play parties and how you navigate your play parties. I've gone to hotel takeovers. A lot of leather spaces, a lot of leather people don't do those kind of spaces because we've had for over years, we've had spaces. Anytime you see a place that's called the Eagle, all of the things that y'all do in y'all hotel takeover, we do at the Eagle. Over time, over time, those things have dwindled because of economy, because of COVID, because of AIDS. A lot of things have dwindled down. But I guarantee fucking you that everything that you all do in those hotel takeovers used to be done in our clubs, our ego places. However, comma.
Really quick, before you continue on
Okay.
forward, because I'm hearing what you're saying, and what I'm hearing, and just this is just in my own brain.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Siren, and I reserve the right to be wrong. Um, I have seen these places and things, and I have seen the protection that has been with those places, and thus been able to give you all a safe space. And I'm a person of safe spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So in hearing you say that, it's like, Oh.
Now it makes sense.
And I'm saying I honor it.
Thank you. So like when you would go to a leather bar, they would look you up and down. If you had on flip-flops or tennis shoes or whatever, you couldn't get in. You probably could get into the first level, but you couldn't get upstairs. It's almost like when y'all have y'all hotel takeovers, you could come to the lobby, but if you're not about it, you can't go to the back space. You can't go behind the curtain. So that's how we operate. However, I'm just going to be real with you. The way y'all have dollies and chucks down and y'all clean off the cross after each person get finished, leather people weren't doing none of that shit. None of it. So because we weren't doing those kind of things, because a lot of cleaning, sanitation weren't done, it's not that we have to say women aren't allowed or trans people aren't allowed. They weren't going because the same way women won't. Let me just say this, and this is not a take. I'm telling you something from observation. As a business owner, I know that if I have a business that my primary clientele are women, I can, whatever service that I provide to women, I have to make sure one thing is absolutely on point. My bathroom has to be clean. A woman or women bodied people are not going to go anywhere where there's unclean bathrooms. So, with that being said, most male spaces that do BDSM, just like everybody else, they are not going to do the things that they do that you will find in pansexual spaces. You're not going to see chucks laid out. You're not going to see bacterial wipes out. You're not going to, hell, you'll be lucky if you see condoms and stuff laid out. Because of the environment, that's what made those leathery spaces, those male gay spaces, what they were back then. And like some people look for raunchiness, that's what the men were looking for. Now, when I go to, I see your hand. When I go to pansexual spaces, I started seeing, oh, so I have to play differently. I'm still doing the same things. I just have to play differently. I have to wipe down the bench before I lay my person down. I have to wipe down and put down chucks. I have to do all of these things that's extra to me because of the space that I am. So again, rack, you have to be aware. You have
Aware
to
of the risk
of your audience, and you have to be aware of the people that you're playing with in order for you to do it correctly. So I think that's one detail that makes what these different under the umbrella of BDSM, that's what makes a lot of these things different. And people don't understand because a lot of straight people, I don't see them at gay spaces, but the gay people will come to straight spaces, and the gay people will even move over and come into the pansexual spaces. But I very seldomly see straight people come into a gay party
because they think it's gonna rub off.
And that's some bullshit. And that's some bullshit. And we know.
I didn't say it wasn't no bullshit. I just said they think it's going to rub off.
I think the idea that something's going to rub off on you with some bullshit, but
or they think that they're gonna get turned out. They're gonna come out the closet and hi, I'm now bisexual or gay.
And this is part of what the question that I have. I know, right, Brody? Anyway, I'm sorry, I got my babies over here. We do have. I will go back to find out what leathers is. So just so we have an understanding, because we have kind of gotten a little bit far into, and we did not clarify what is leather, so that we understand from the perspective that you're coming from to go into everything else. So please let us know, Master.
When people ask the question like, "What is leather?" Leather is about protocol. It's about is in your dynamics. When you do BDSM is basically about when you say masochist and sadist, and then you say S&M, meaning sub dominant, right? A dominant and a sub. You're basing what you're doing in an exchange of power. There's a power exchange. Let me go a little bit deeper so I could just give you a insight. Like when I'm teaching somebody how to do when I'm teaching you how to do rope play, if I'm teaching a class on rope play, I give out bundles of rope to everyone. So the person that's on your, and I pair everybody into twos, right? So this person who's being tied up is being tied up by this person. And then after I finish teaching the type of rope secure that I want to teach, then this person becomes the top, and then this person is the bottom. At the beginning, this person is the bottom, and this person is top. When that happens, there is no power being exchanged because everybody is learning, correct? Mm-hmm. When you talk about BDSM, there's always a dominant and a submissive. If you're doing anything and this person is never doing, is always getting something done, and this person is doing the thing, then there's a power exchange. There's a exchange of authority happening. So you're not practicing BDSM if you're not exchanging power or exchanging a dynamic. That's what puts us under the umbrella of BDSM. So when it comes to leather, yes, lifestylers practice BDSM. Yes. Swingers can practice BDSM. Yes. What makes people that's leather practice BDSM is not only we are aware of the power dynamic, but we are also doing protocol. We're also doing we have rituals. We are also in the history behind it. We're following traditions. If you're not practicing the traditions and following on the pillars of having loyalty, having honor, having respect and integrity and trust in everything that you do, meaning you don't pick 2 or 3 out of the 5 that you want to do. You have to be doing all 5 all the time. That's what makes you leather. I can see someone who is not claiming that they're leather. But if I see that they're doing what they're doing with integrity, if I see that what they're doing with trust, and they're being respectful, and they're honoring the people that they're doing the things with, and they have loyalty, that person is practicing leather.
So the 5, what I just heard you say, that there were 5 aspects of what you just said. Please tell me what those 5 things are.
Those again. 5 things are integrity, trust, honor, respect, and loyalty. Did I miss one? No, I didn't. Okay. No. I got them all? Okay. So when I say that, all 5 of those things, you are practicing those things in every walk of life. You're not just talking the talk, but you're walking the walk. And it shows in what you're doing. When I do what I do, I keep those things in mind. When I have a submissive, not only is that submissive is honoring me, not only is that submissive trusting me, not only is that submissive being loyal to me, they're respecting me, and they're doing it with integrity. I'm also exchanging that same power with that submissive. It's not a one-way street. In order for you can be a submissive and be leather, and you can be a dominant and be leather. But you're working on those pillows. You're operating under those pillows at all times. And what I'm finding is people who are like, oh, fuck that. I'm not doing none of that. Or I'm doing some of that. I'm not doing all of it. But they still want to be leather because it looks pretty. It sounds beautiful. But if you're not practicing those things, if I have to at any point question your integrity, if I have to question your trust, if I have to question your loyalty, then something is wrong.
So in essence, stand on those 5 pillars, or you not standing on nothing.
You're standing on some fuck shit, or you're doing whatever you want to do. And don't get me wrong. And
That's
some,
okay.
and,
That's
and
okay.
that's okay, right? And that's
You're
okay.
just not leather. You're
It's
you're
just
over
not
here.
leather. It's okay for
It's,
you.
it's not what you're saying it is, because and I'm saying that just because right now there's a whole big thing of what is poly and what is not poly. People are saying this, that people are saying that, and what you just said was we stand on this, and if it is not this, then it is not what you're saying that it is.
Right.
And that's really where I was coming from. So yeah.
Right. So, so just to numb it down, because a lot of times that can be a big pill for some people to swallow. What I find is like some people want to join the they want to join the Navy because they can get in the Navy, right? But you really like the Marine uniform. Can you be in the Navy and wear a Marine uniform?
Not to live to tell.
As much as you like the Marine uniform, but you did all the work to be in the Navy.
It don't work like that.
There's some things that you didn't do to be in the Marines. But you can like that uniform all you want, but you're not a Marine.
Yeah, it don't work like that.
You see what I'm saying? So,
but that's also the part of, because okay, so, and this is slightly a little divergent, but you have a lot of people that like, because you're saying that this is leather. This is what it is. I said these are the 5 pillars. This is what we stand upon. And you're saying that that's what it is, and I'm not budging off of that. I'm standing 10 toes down on what I say the fuck it is. And I'm not trying to be like really aggressive with it, but I am. Then you have the other ones. I know, right? Then you have the other ones, like in the part where I fucking love you. But then you have the other ones that's in like the poly lifestyle that I'm in, and I'm going through my own journey of it, and I'm seeing abandonment of it because someone else chose to say something different. But what I'm seeing within what you're saying is this is what it is. I don't care what anyone else outside of this says. This is what we all have established as what the fuck is.
You have to understand something also too, Siren. Every aspect of the lifestyle is different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can't go by what the role is in the leather community. Just like, okay, so Master, I'm a female rider. I'm retired.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the leather I know, which
Mm-hmm.
your 5 principles translate over to our 5 principles when we ride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we're like family. That's basically our community is family. If I've earned, because you have to earn, I have to earn my patch. I have to earn my top rocker. I got to earn my bottom rocker. And then I got to earn my center patch. I have to show all those 5. I have to have integrity. I have to be dedicated to be a part of the group. But this is the role or the conditions that I have to meet to be able to put my vest on, and I have to protect that vest.
Boom. Come on.
At all costs. I cannot take my vest off and just, I'm just gonna take it off for a second. I can't do that.
Okay. Can I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you, but I was on mute. Can you say that again? Because that was a whole explanation that I think kind of might have went over a lot of people's heads.
So the thing of it is, like he wears leather of one kind. I wear leather of another kind, but we're kindred. We're kindred.
And it's about the leathers.
And it's not so much about the leather, but
it's about the pillars.
It's about the pillars. It's about
that integrity.
Yeah, and it's about earning that. You can't he can't sit there with his leather on and not be held accountable within his realm. Just like if I were to be wearing my colors, I have to abide by rules and regulations, so to speak, in order to put those colors on. You don't just get to put them on. You have to earn them. You don't
And
just
one
go ahead.
and once you earn them, you have to stand on business about those pillars at all times, whether you have it on or not,
Yep.
because people are looking at you and people know, especially over here on the BDSM side, we know who's leather. We know who's been gifted leather, who's been given leather, who's earned a patch, who's earned a hat, who's earned a kilt, whatever it was that was given to them by a predecessor or a mentor or whatever, a house, if they joined a house or been mentored by a house. That stuff has been earned and you are now being watched.
Mm-hmm. You are.
You got to stand on business.
So I want to even break it down because a lot of times people, so I'm also a school teacher. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and so I teach
Me
cosmetology.
too.
Yeah,
Me
so I teach cosmetology. So education is very personal for me. It's a passion of mine. So I know that everybody learns differently. So I use different scenarios so that people can understand where I'm coming, especially when you're speaking about something that's passionate. Everybody who I know, we're all adults here, so we're familiar with fraternities and sororities.
Yes.
And there's a lot that you go through: monetary, physical labor, mental labor that you go through in order to not only join a sorority or a fraternity, but to be a part of that fraternity and sorority.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't understand why I get upset when people be like, "Oh, I just bought all my leather and call me sir," or "I've been in this for two years and my name is Master so and so and so." Well, if you've ever been a part of a fraternity and sorority, and I've told Rain, when you're coming across a master, there's certain things that you should ask that person who's calling themselves a master. Those things are, for those who don't know, if they say that they are sir or they are master, who's trained you? Who is your mentor? Who are your accountability partners? The reason why I want you to ask those things is because if you're a part of a fraternity and sorority, if someone was to put on your colors, if you see somebody with Greek letters on, and they like I've seen the controversy where men wanted to be AKAs. Why? Because they admired them. They admire these women. Skiwi. They admire what they do. They admire what they say. They admire our deltas. They admire what they do. They admire what they say. But I guarantee you, I don't care what your gender is. If you were to put on those Greek letters
William.
and you have not done what those other women or those other men have done in order for them to put those Greek letters on, yeah, it may be just a t-shirt to you, but it means more to those people who have done the work, who have put their feet in the fire and walked over those coals. It means something different to them. And you lessen it when you claim to be it and you have never done the work to establish doing it. So,
Come on.
People ask me, Eli, sometimes these things that you say, it kind of like you make you feel like you're elite. Everybody can't be an AKA. Everybody can't be a Delta. The same way everybody can't be a master. You don't wake up one day and you just go and get this cover. I went through some things in order for me to be able to wear this with pride. It's I Why do I want people to call me Master Eli? Because the same work that a doctor did to become a doctor, you're not just gonna call him Jeff. Even if you see him in the grocery store, you're gonna be like, "Hey, Dr. Jeff, hey, how you doing?" You're gonna give him some kind of respect. And so those are the things that I see that are being unacknowledged, disrespected in our communities. I'm saying ease because we have all of these different umbrellas that walk under the umbrella of BDSM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lessen you because you're not leather. I'm going to tighten you up because you're a Kingston and you understand what your fetishes are, and you can be just that and be fabulous at it. You don't have to be, you don't have to be a sir, you don't have to be a ma'am, you don't have to be a goddess. You can be whoever you want. And so there's room for everybody under the umbrella. That's why they call it an umbrella.
Yeah.
So when I was called to define what leather is, I think that it's easy, and I think that all of us have an understanding. We can comprehend what I think we all know what leather is. We understand what BDSM is. Where the problem comes in is comprehending why we do what we do and why we stand 10 toes down on it. Because I don't have the luxury of picking and choosing which one of these pillows I'm going to operate on today. I have to operate on all 5 of them 24/7, 7/24, 365 days of the year.
66 this year.
Yes, 66. Yeah.
Okay. So
only this year.
Only this year. So I do have a question, and this is just so to make sure that there is clarity
Yes.
happening on all of this, because I do understand that we have the 5 pillars of leather.
Yes.
What I want to make sure that we understand it is so I know it's not just this, but does it entail the dress of the leathers? We wear the hats or and this is really honestly I want an understanding.
So
I understand that you have a difference of different size and stuff, but I'm just asking for the clarity.
So just for the clarity, the leather itself is a fetish, right? Anybody can have a leather fetish. A lot of times when you ask people, I'll give you an example. I'm part of a leather fraternity organization called Onyx. And a lot of times whenever someone comes into the fraternity, we have to interview them. As pledges, we interview them. And one of the things that I always hear people say, oh, I just love the way leather smells. And I want to be a leather man because I like the way it smells. I like the way it looks. It looks like it's very intimidating. It's honey, save all your words. You have a leather fetish. Now tell us why you have a fetish. If you like the way it looks and the way it smells and the way it feels up against your body, that's a fetish. If it turns you on and makes your titties your nipples hard and make your dick hard because you have it on, it's a fetish. Let's call it what it is.
Oh, a spade, a spade.
Fetish for leather. It doesn't make you leather. That's why people say all the time, it's not what you wear, it's what's in your heart. Because if you're not walking around with those core values at all times, you're not leather. You just have a leather fetish.
And a lot of people have a lot of fetishes.
And we sip. I need something to drink right now. And we sip. Yes, you said it.
A lot of people have a lot of fetishes. A lot of fetishes that they don't understand. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing what we're doing here in Cleveland, and we'll continue to do it in other areas or other cities and states, if not back here in Cleveland or in Chicago again, because it's so important that education is key. And we don't have these conversations with people of color. We just they're not having these conversations. And
exactly.
You picked a really good topic because of the people of color. I need people to understand that when the leather community or leather culture came about, this culture came about and it did not include us. Mm-hmm. Leather culture did not include Black people at all. In fact, when it was cultivated, Black people were a fetish of leather culture. Mm-hmm. The people who established leather culture, if they was to see me right now with all of this regalia on, they would be mad. Mm-hmm. Real mad.
And a lot of it is, like I said,
So don't forget that.
we want people to. My mother was an educator. I'm an educator. My sister's an educator. I'm a health education major. So when we sit down and we talk about different things, even on this show, and we talk about BDSM, and I do EEE, one of the things that the biggest point for me for the erotic experience is that it is for people of color and their admirers.
Yes.
Which includes everybody. Okay.
Everyone.
That includes everybody. But our focus is on people of color so that they can be educated properly, number one, because as Master Ross said earlier, you can be injured doing some of these things. You don't know pulse points. You don't know bruising of skin. If you're darker skinned, the bruising comes up days. It can come up days later, and you could be doing too much, and you could actually cause more harm than good. Broken blood vessels.
Got you, Latin. I got you, Latin.
People will die can die from some of the things that we all practice.
Me too.
I retired, so I'm coming back. Am I sitting around doing the things that I was doing before I retired to someone? No. No. I have to get back in practice. I have to get back. I'm very target oriented. I have to hit the target.
And that's one of the reasons why I don't, people ask me, what do I practice? And I tell them, rack, safe, sane, and consensual is out there, but it doesn't work for me. For those who don't know, I'm a sadist. So when I look at BDSM, I look at it in a different way. This is danger. All the stuff that we do can kill you.
Yes.
Everything that we do can kill you. This is danger. This is safe, sane, and consensual. This is me. And this is when we play here. And so I need you to be aware of the danger that's being allowed. Safe, sane, and consensual. The reason why I don't practice it is because nothing that I do is safe. Play. I might tap you someplace that doesn't feel real well. If I don't know what I'm doing, if I have not done all the education with fire play, with mummification, with rope bondage, with electrical play, I can kill you. If I don't take the opportunity to learn you as a person, I may not know that you have a pacemaker. I may not know that you have a diabetes counter on you. Hell, let's make it even simple. If I don't know electrical play the way that I do, I wouldn't even be able to tell you, can you please take off your Apple Watch? Because after I get finished with you, that bitch is not going to be working.
Oh, wow. See, that was a whole nother ball.
So not only do I have to take an observation of who I'm playing with, I have to get you up to point before I even lay you down to play with you. So understand that all the things that we do, we're playing here in danger. And anything that goes wrong is going to go wrong fast. And not only do I have to be able to know what I'm doing as a top that is in leather and playing in BDSM, I have to know who I'm dealing with. I have to know the risk that's involved. And I have to know what to do when shit goes wrong too. I have to know how to keep that shit contained. And that's the part that people don't give DOMs credit for. Not only do I have to know that I'm doing dangerous shit, but what if something happens and go wrong? How am I going to contain that situation? I have to know that. If I know that you have asthma before I get started, I have to take your inhaler and put it in my pocket and put it close. Because just like with rope, I spend a lot of money on my rope. But no matter how much money I spend, if you're uncomfortable, I'm gonna cut that rope so that you can be free, because your life is more important than my fucking bundle of rope. I have to make sure that if you have asthma or you have breathing problems, that I have your inhaler close, that I could be spanking you and nothing happens. I could be spanking you and you get short of breath, and you cause yourself to have an asthma attack. I have to be able to contain that problem and handle that situation.
I
That's
definitely understand
that's
that.
mastery.
I had a situation that was the same. So thank you. Yes,
Yes,
I
that's what
totally
mastery comes
understand that.
in.
Yes.
So no one is going to cover you if they haven't seen you. When somebody cover you as a master, they have seen you do mastery type shit. They have seen you do conquer problems. They have seen you go through things. They've seen you not just do all the razzle dazzle, but they've also seen you conquer some fucked up situations and get yourself and that person. They seen you have your integrity in place. They've seen that submissive still continue to trust you even after some fuck shit has happened and you contained it. Mastery is not mastering the person, it's mastering yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And when people see you doing that, not one time, not two times, but they've seen a continuous pattern of you doing the right thing, you having people trusting you, and you trusting people, continuous pattern of loyalty, continuous pattern of integrity, continuous pattern of what is some other thing? Having respect, you respecting other people, people respecting you, continuous pattern. That's how you get covered. That's how you earn being in different levels.
Mm-hmm.
So then when that happens, when those kind of things happen, like I see people who been in the community for like 3 years, 2 years, and all of a sudden they're a master, or somebody's covering them. They're covering them because they like them. They think that they're cute, or whatever the case may be. But more than that, one person that covers you is looking at you. You have a whole community that's watching. So being groomed, being tutored, being mentored. Um, people ask all the time, how do I get to that part? Don't join a community. Look for your tribe. Look for the people that's going to have your back, even when you don't think they're having your back. But while that's happening, the suggestion that I would have is continue dancing in this lifestyle as if no one is watching. Have fun while you're doing it. And if when your time comes, somebody's going to see you. Somebody's going to see you living your best life like it's golden, and they will honor you with the acknowledgement that it takes for you to move up in the ladder. It's just like when you get ready to cross to be a part of a fraternity and sorority. You're giving your all and all. You're doing it. But the people who are lackluster, that not giving of themselves, they don't have no control of themselves, they're not gonna cross over. Think about it.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Not even close.
And they mama could have been an AKA. If you
My
just
mama
ain't if you,
was. My mom was an AKA. My cousin's an AKA. My
but
sister-in-law's
if
an
you went
AKA.
if you went in
Every
there and
time you do that, I'll be like, and we sip.
right. But if you went in there and not do what you were supposed to do, and not hold and walk in there with integrity and trust the process, guess what? You wouldn't have crossed over. I don't give a damn if your mama is an AKA. I don't care if
Right.
grandmama was an AKA. If you didn't go in there and
That's right.
train and go in there with respect, with the lineage that you've had, you had to honor that lineage that you had when you was in there. And that's what caused you to cross over. And those same principles hold true in leather.
Thank you so much, Master Eli.
Master Eli, thank you so much. I have a whole new
That was
foundation. Like,
everything.
it was like we've been seeing you in the comments and everything.
Oh yeah, I still want the chocolate wine. And what was the other comment?
Let's go.
Right. Yeah.
I have to.
And you and I need to share one of those little things right there that you smoking. I just need mine in an edible, please. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, she can make some sauce to put over my rice.
I will bring you something special for EEE just for you, as long as you're there.
Okay,
I got you for you,
right.
you only. This is for you, the only one.
Y'all
There you
are
go.
silly.
There you go.
Y'all are silly. Freaking love all y'all.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Thank God we're not like on the FCC's radar. Anyway.
Well, somebody said I need a book of all of this.
Yeah, that's Latin. She wants all the acronyms. I'm gonna get them to her.
And I want them as well, because that's something
I
that's
will
absolutely
have.
needed. Because for those of us that's like kind of still
We got it,
learning all
Dani.
of this,
I mean, we got it.
We'll
Girl.
have it at EEE.
yes, we will.
I'll have it together by EEE.
Yeah, we want that. We need that, and we got it. Yeah.
Because I will see Master. Am I gonna see you the first week of April, Master Eli? Are you coming to Eyes Wide Shut?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I don't go to the one that's in the springtime. I go to the one that's in October.
Okay.
Why is
Which one
because
in October? Which one in October?
They have an Eyes Wide Shut. They have two
Eyes Wide Shut is twice a year.
twice a year. And so I'm going to
I got a plan for that one too. Let's go. Okay.
I like to go to the one in October. That's my birthday month. So I'm,
You know what I'm saying? Scorpio birthday twins.
Oh my God.
Birthday
twins
twins.
in the building.
Me and his birthday is the same day. When I tell you,
obviously, y'all haven't been paying attention to what she's been writing. Did y'all see what she wrote?
Oh, Latin.
She's going private, totally.
Oh yeah, no, but it's gonna be a membership thing.
She's going private.
And so
I'm gonna have mine.
I really condone that, because
so are we.
The reason why I condone it is because it's going back to what leather used to be. Most of the parties and stuff that we used to have has always been private. For some reason, everyone got on this whole
let's invite the whole bus,
inclusionary, let everybody in, and all of this other stuff. And what happened, I feel, this is just my perspective, when you start letting everybody in, you also let in all of the fuck shit too. And then you stop having fun, because now you have to watch the incident and you have to help control the incident that has happened. When you become open to letting every and anybody in, you also let in people who have not had time to get the experience that they need. You got the people who don't just want to watch, but they want to do too, and they don't have all the experience or the knowledge that they need in order to do the things. They're not experienced enough to say how to handle playing with people. For me, I can speak for myself. Playing with people is not about the physical. It's more about the spiritual for me. And so when I play with people, I have to be aware of the spiritual energy that's being released. And I have to be able to control that. You know, when you talk about playing with people and you find out that they have triggers. If you don't know how to handle those triggers when that person is behind the cross, then guess what? You can't handle. You may flog somebody this is a spiritual realm. Some people don't go there. You can flog somebody and their demons that they have not settled with can come out. If you're not spiritually grounded to deal with that, then that spirit is running around the room rampant. So you have to be able to have that third eye open. This is the spiritual realm, to deal with what you're dealing with when you're playing with people. Hence the reason why I no longer play with people that I don't know. I don't know what they're carrying, and it can be released with me spanking on them or electrocuting them or even bonding them. When people tell you that they go in the headspace, they're a little unconscious of what is happening. So if you are unconscious while you're working with someone that's unconscious and you don't know how to deal with the unconscious spirit, you're opening up danger.
Whole can of worms.
Whole can of worms. You can play with that Rubik's Cube if you want to. I don't need to be in the dungeon while you're doing it.
That part,
like
all
said,
of that.
There's a lot more to, and that's why, like I say, what we're all doing is so important. That from this show to EEE to some of the other events that we'll be, participating in this year, is so important to educate. It is so important to educate. And get people in the right headspace and get people away from Hollywood and porn, thinking that porn is real, and it isn't. And a lot of folks are getting their quote unquote best information off of fake stuff. I mean, I still get people that will come up to me and say, well, oh, you mean like 50 Shades of Grey? And I'm like, hell no, but you kind of get the idea. But no, not 50 Shades of Dum Dum. That's what I call it, 50 Shades of Dum Dum, because it is not it is not the bestest of
Well, the movie intrigued a lot of people to understand the
conversation. That's how I felt. It opened up
it opened up the conversation. It wasn't what I try to tell people. It wasn't a good review of what dynamics should be.
It was a love story surrounded by dynamic,
right? And so when you say 50 Shades of Dum Dum, and then you break it down and you say it was a love story surrounded by a dynamic, and this just me speaking freely because I'm in a safe space. When I see married couples who are master and slave, that's what I think of, me. And when I say that, I'm saying if at no point those two people don't have a third person that they are exchanging energy with, then that's what I see it as. I see them too as a love relationship that has BDSM condescends. Like you dip the tea bag in it. It ain't really dark tea, but it's like a light tea.
Yeah.
It's tea. It's the two of them. They have a little tea. But if you want to make it iced tea, you have to add a third party in that so that it can be. I can now see the exchange of power. What I always see is a married couple who is exchanging energy that's respectful. They're respecting each other. But they have a third party in there. Then now you're having to get past the jealousy. You're having to get past the you're seeing where dynamic actually goes to, where you're exchanging authority with that person. I can exchange authority with my wife, but at some point, like say for instance, my wife is making more money with me, then who's really the power exchange? Who really holds the power? Unless they're surrendering their check to me. Let's think about it. And then we have those when we talk about those what we call the Amazon Dom. We also deal with a lot of hobosexuals that are practicing.
Oh.
Wait. Pause.
Ain't no pause.
Offsides, technically.
Ain't no pause.
No, wait.
He said what he said.
He said what he said, and we are going.
He said what he said.
Strong J.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
as you sip
The
the tea,
homosexual
a
doms.
whole bunch of people in they cojones, wherever the fuck that sits for you.
Homosexual doms, homosexual subs.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get
Right.
past the
Homosexual
homosexual shit.
subs,
Like that shit made me
homosexual
go,
dom.
ooh.
Right. If you can't stand on your own, then you're really not exchange. It's not an authority exchange. It's a money exchange. Or I would also say, I look for submissives that can survive without me because I can survive without them. I'm not going to ask a submissive to do something that I can't do. You're not going to come over to my house and give service to me and clean my bathrooms and clean my kitchen and clean my rooms with a thong on, of course. But you're not going to do those things, and I've never done it. I'm not going to tell you, like, I've had a submissive come to my house and ask me, where's the mop? I don't mop my floors with a mop. I mop my floors like my grandmother taught me, on my hands and knees. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to wash my floors with your hands and knees. The only difference is you're going to wear these lace thongs to entertain me while you're doing it. That's service.
Ain't that it?
Then I think I'm learning that I might not be about
BDSM.
that life. I think I'm learning in this moment I might not be completely about that life.
Because, baby, you going to be my footstool with this thong on, male or female.
Servitude is what a sub or a slave needs.
That's my love language.
I'm not about that life. You can definitely do that shit for me, but I'm not. I'm learning. Thank you for this. This is very much so a learning show. I honor that. Thank you.
Servitude is what is a sub or slave is supposed to be about. To me, let me take that. Let me go to myself in the way that I was raised in this lifestyle. Everything else, the power exchange has to happen. You're serving me, like I said, and a lot of what I'm seeing is, well, I'm getting subs and slaves that are telling me what all they want. I want this. And let me tell you how long the damn laundry list is, okay?
Oh yeah, they come with a long laundry list. Yeah,
they got this laundry list.
Because they want a domino dome, meaning they want to order you like a pizza, and they want all the toppings that they want.
That they want.
Okay, so like we got we got the Amazon
dome.
Yeah. We got the domino.
We got domino slaves and subs. That's what they are. They're trying to place an order.
They're placing an order, right?
They list is so damn long. Well, I like this and this and this and this and this.
The part that behooves me as a female dominant is the laundry, because like you said, it's a laundry list, but all of it be sexual.
Right.
Sir, ma'am.
Right.
Sir, ma'am.
I want to come to your house. I don't really wash dishes. I don't sweep no floors, but I want to suck your dick, and I want to, like, hold on. I'm supposed to command.
That's not service to me, because service to me is not sexual.
Right. I don't need. First of all, I don't need you to suck my dick. I can do my own. First of all, let's just start there, and then. But what I do need is I can do everything that I need to do on my own. I just want you to do it because I want you to trust me that there's a purpose behind you doing what I tell you to do.
Exactly.
There's a discipline. There's a structure.
And then they fail.
But this is the thing, especially being a female dominant. I don't know if you get it a lot, Master Ra, but female dominants, all the ones I talk to, because being dominated by a woman is a huge fetish. They take this umbrella, this part of the umbrella, and like, oh well, I'm just gonna get all my kinks out. No. Slow down. I'm not a blow up doll that you can just get what you want out of. There is structure, there is protocol, there is method to my madness, and either you're gonna trust me or you're not. And the ones that I know are only here for sex, I dismiss them because they're going to try to top me from the bottom. And I'm not having it. They think because I'm a woman and they come in with the, oh, mistress, oh, goddess, I want to serve only you. I want to be loyal to only you. And then the moment they think they can go, they try to flip the script and be like, this is what I want to do to you and I'm going to take it. No, who are you talking to?
It's not only that, it's also I guess I've had I guess you can call it an honor. I've been stalked by people before. I've been approached by people before. 9 times out of 10, these predatorial subs, they watch you. They watch what you do. They they want it, and what it is the way I've come to realize. The same way when you go to a job, you know your worth. As a D type, as a Dom, you know your worth. Know your worth, because if you don't know your worth, you'll get used, no matter what.
Exactly.
The other thing that I have to put out is when you're being vetted. One of my things is I need you to tell me that I'm being vetted. If you're vetting me without my consent, I consider that as stalking. That's not.
Yep.
We need to negotiate. Like I feel like I should be. You can ask questions from whoever you want to ask, but I need to know that you're asking people questions, because the last thing I want is for someone to come to me and be like, slave so and so was asking questions about you. I'll be like, So by the time you come to me, I'm not gonna be wanting to be bothered because you was doing that without my consent, without me even knowing. That's kind of stalkerish. It sends off red flags for me. I could just speak for myself. I also know my worth, where what you're not going to do is, oh, I only want to come to you for this, and this, and then I'll go to somebody else for that, and that. Meaning, you're not giving me no loyalty. You're just here for
the kink,
for the scene. And don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place for that. That's where my pro dom kicks in. If you just want me for my kink, then I'm gonna need you to pay for it. That's the exchange. We don't have to exchange energy. We don't have to exchange power, but we can exchange currency, because that's power.
That just made all the sense.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Master Rod. That made all the sense in the fucking world.
Let the church say amen on that last
one. The doors
of
the church are open. Won't you come
and bring your money?
Right.
Bring your money.
And if you see me in a dungeon, you see me in a space, you don't know who I am. You want to take the time to get to know me because you want to see. Please bring your money with you.
Bring your money.
Bring your money. Because at no point are we going to ever exchange power. Nope. We're never going to have an authority exchange, because and for those D types who haven't studied what I've studied, and you bring your S type onto my table and be like, hey, can you do the thing? Can you do the thing on my slave? You need to bring your money too, because you're asking me for a service that you don't obtain. And you want me to make your submissive feel good so you can take her home and she's already wet when she leaves my table. I need to get paid for that.
Yep. Get my money.
You just said I did all the work for you. Pay me my money.
Get the money. So, well, Master Rod, this has truly been a master class, and we truly, truly love you for it. And thank you so much. And number one, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting us, because it means a lot to have men of color support women of color as we talk about some tough times. We're not here to sugarcoat shit. We don't. My father raised me. Shit can't be sugarcoated. It's just shit with sugar on it. So that's it.
And you can go ahead and believe that fat meat, and you can go ahead and believe that fat meat ain't greasy, but
yeah. It is, and we try to speak our mind, and we try to be respectful, and we try to be we definitely try to educate, because that's really, really what we feel is lacking uh, in our community on so many different levels. And not only that, but we all learn a little something, I think, out of every show that we do. So I want to thank Purple Rain for getting you here with us, because if it
Thank
wasn't for
you.
her, you wouldn't be here. And so she did an awesome job. Thank you so much, my lovely queen at the bottom here. Fabulous, especially considering she was trying to hold it down there in Indianapolis for the NBA All-Star Weekend. I know she was super, super duper busy. So thank you so much, Purple Rain. And
I went to work today.
And we
Lord.
love you so much.
I knew she knows I love her.
yes.
From day one. All that delicious juiciness. Just and then I had to look up at her. I was like,
all of it. Yes.
Amazon.
I can't. I'm sorry, but I cannot call you that. But I will just call you the goddess that you are.
She's my Amazon.
It was funny though, because I came in like with my wig on and had this little soft baby girl look, and then we did the bourbon social and I switched up on them and had my fade, and they was like, "Wait a minute." Everybody's like, "Hold up, where'd she come from? Who is this? That's not the same person."
The goddess that she is. That's all I'm gonna say.
Had my 6-inch Louboutins on in a black dress, and they was just like. That Scorpio came out. They was like, "Hold up."
So, Master Rod, do you want to let people know how to reach you if they would like to learn something else? Or
yes. I'm on Facebook now as The Master Raw. That's THEMA Master Raw. I'm on that's my Facebook. I'm on Instagram. My good Instagram is Mr. Maryland Leather 2016. And I am also on Twitter and the same thing, Mr. Maryland Leather 2016. So and on FetLife, I'm EPFIV.
Oh, I'm gonna have to find you.
Okay.
Yeah. And also the house page is I am the head of household of the Illuminati House of Ra. And you can find us on the web under www.theihor, that's IHOR.com. And you can learn more about my family and what we do in the community. We have iHor Gives Back, which is a nonprofit that gives out toiletries to people that are experiencing homelessness in during the East Coast. And so if you can go onto our page, help us with funding. And we don't ask for monetary funding. What we ask is that people go on to our, what is it? We order stuff, Amazon. And just look on the Amazon page and you can find different things that you can help. Toiletries, we help women that are experiencing homelessness. And for those who don't know, which was something that was brought to my attention, women that are homeless, if they can't get napkins or tampons, they be using their socks and clothes and stuff like that. And so it causes infections. So we want to make sure that even though they're experiencing these
hard times,
these hard times, these disparities, that we as a community can still do what we can to help them. So we
feminine hygiene products in the homeless population is something that is absolutely needed. It is not something that is even thought about. It is not thought about. Feminine hygiene for women to do what their body naturally fucking does.
Yes.
It is not thought about. It is not looked upon when it comes to the homeless population. We just think that, oh, they're just out there. No. As someone who knows what that life is, please support those people, those women, those transgender, those people. Support them, please.
So thank you. Thank you for giving me this.
Thank you for coming, Master Ra. You know I love you. You my heart.
And we just want to remind everybody one more time, go to Eventbrite. Get your tickets for the Ebony Erotic Experience going down April 26th and 27th in Cleveland, Ohio. Make sure you get your tickets. Tickets are limited. They are moving. So you guys might want to hurry up. You got 67 days to go. And we're going to have a good time.
Yes, we are.
Host hotel is the Embassy Suites. They have a great rate at this beautiful hotel. It is around about anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes from the actual facility. And we have 2 days of absolutely erotic fun planned for everyone. So if you're a swinger, if you're BDSM, if you're poly, if you're vanilla, if you just want to, if you're a voyeur, if you're an exhibitionist, if you
just be fucking kinky, yeah,
into kink, whatever that. This is a true lifestyle event because we are putting that umbrella up of lifestyle, and everyone is welcome.
Wow.
Your seminars, all your food, all your seminars, all your classes, all your food is included in your ticket price. All you have to do is go get the damn ticket. Just go on Eventbrite. Ebony Erotic Experience. That's where it's at. You can just use those 3 words. Ebony Erotic Experience. We're in Cleveland. It's going to be in Cleveland, Ohio, April 26th or 27th. And we're going to try to coax, him into coming and playing with us.
Right. I'm really trying to figure out how to get him to say, yes, I'm coming, because we're waiting for that.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
I knew he was going to do the wrong come. That tastes good.
He did better than me and you, JewCee.
Oh, we so nasty.
I know. I love it. I so love it.
For my beautiful melanated queens, Miss Siren and Miss Purple Rain, and for our special guest, Master Rob. Remember, enjoy, enlighten, and embrace eroticism. We'll be right back here next Monday night for more juicy tales of erotic chat. It will be Miss Siren's lead, and it will be Ms. JewCee's 61st birthday next. Yes, we're gonna have a birthday party.
Oh, so that means I got to do something like real big for it. Okay, I got you. Put the pressure on me, why don't you? Put the pressure on me. I got you.
So come on back next Monday night to see what they do to me. Who knows, okay? Starts at 9:30 Eastern Standard, 8:30 for our folks in Central Time Zone, for our folks out on the West Coast, 6:30, and for our brothers and sisters in Barbados, 10:30. Make sure you join us. Yes, we are international.
Yes.
Love you guys. Everybody have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye.